the Pope of Mercy, the one who wants to accompany everyone, Pope who says, can't tell anybody not to do anything, has one place where he's not very merciful, and that's the traditional Latin Mass. So he and the FBI, as we've talked about, are after the traditional Latin Mass. He published this document in July 2021, Tritionis Custodes, that put down a lot of restrictions. But this very merciful Pope was very upset, apparently, because several bishops have said, nah, not in my diocese. I'm invoking the right of a bishop to grant dispensations from laws that don't apply and are not good for my people. So everything's fine. Again, good to those bishops. Well, this apparently has gotten under the skin of Cardinal Roche, who's kind of the major liturgical hitman, and
wants to... Jacobin.
Yeah, a real Jacobin, wants to stop this. So he went to the Pope on February 20th and obtained a rescript, which is a legal clarification from the Pope, saying that any dispensations from the following provisions: the use of a parish church or the erection of a personal parish for the celebration of the Eucharist, the traditional Mass, or the granting of permission to any priest ordained after the publication of Tritionis Custodes, are reserved to the Holy See, and only Cardinal Roche, paraphrasing, can grant this dispensation. So the Pope says only me, but you got to go see Roche, and anybody who may have granted these dispensations, you're in trouble. You better self-report to me so I can decide what to do with you, essentially. So, I mean, what do you make of it?
I mean, it's a declaration of civil war is what it is.
Right.
And I think the Pope's going to get a civil war. Now, here's the interesting question. Isn't the effect of this rescript to divert the entire Latin Mass movement, which is basically a young people's movement, into two places, the Fraternity of St. Peter and the Society of Pius X? So what comes next? Is Roche going to see that development occurring? And is he going to say then that we have to abolish the priestly fraternity and re-excommunicate the Society of Pius X?
Yeah.
Because that's what's going to happen. They're going to experience explosive growth now if parish churches are declared essentially off limits to the traditional liturgy. And I've talked to members of the fraternity who say that's what they fear is going to happen, because now the fraternity will be, for those who are worried about regularity, the only place to go. They'll be bursting at the seams.
And again, it is a sort of a herding theory. Like maybe the theory is shut everything else down, group them in one or two or three places, and then we can deal with them. So let's put them in their ghetto concentration camps and we'll deal with them later. It's a plausible explanation for what's going on.
But the ghetto concentration camps will expand relentlessly, and I would think right now, if a near majority of those who attend the traditional liturgy, again, predominantly young people, are attending them in chapels of the Fraternity of St. Peter, including erected parishes, or chapels of the Society of St. Pius X. So what is he going to do about that? Is he going to say the erected parishes of the Fraternity of St. Peter are abolished? Is he going to abolish the Fraternity of St. Peter? This is a maniacal ideologue surrounded by maniacal yes men who are also ideologues, who despises the Latin Mass. In fact, let's get right to the nub of the matter. He hates Roman Catholicism.
Right.
He hates the Catholic faith as it was practiced down through the centuries. He is an arrogant, ignorant revolutionary sitting on the chair of Peter. He's scourging the church. Everyone recognizes this now. And his hatred of the Latin Mass is emblematic of his